Estelle, and I'm here at the Wealth Experience with, I have to call you Prophetess Kelly Price.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Listen, last year, right, I didn't get a chance to interview you, but you called, I will never forget it. You were talking about MC Light, and you called her Ruth. We just were talking about that. And look at Ruth now with her Boaz. So that's why I kind of call you Prophetess. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful, and I've been crying, and it's already, we're what, 24 hours in, maybe, not even yet. I'm doing great. I've been excited about the Wealth Experience for months now. Even the changes that have taken place, I think there was an intentional decision to leave fewer spots open for registration so that we can have more intimate sessions. And I knew weeks ago coming in that this experience was going to be different. And I have to say, I tell people God has jokes. He really, really has jokes. And he's real sneaky. But he's been interrupting my life for weeks now. I literally would be in the middle of something else, and I would get little nuggets dropped in my spirit about what was going to happen in this weekend. What needed to be said, what needed to be done, what needed to be achieved, what the women were going to need, first and foremost, coming here. And I know that when people come, they believe that they're coming so that they can get the tools that they need so that they can increase their lives financially and live a better life from that standpoint, and that's the truth. But the soul work gets done here first, because a broken soul with a whole lot of money is going to be broke after a while. And so you've got to heal in the places that are broken in order to live not just a life with money, but a real life of wealth, which is having a soul that's profitable, a spirit that's profitable, being healed from past wounds, and then being able to pay that forward to someone else who needs healing. And so that's the importance of this weekend.
And
really.
You know, and it's so good that you said that, because I interviewed one of the attendees, and this was her first time here. So she said, okay, I thought I came here to hear about money because I'm a financial person, but when they began to speak, I mean, they really dealt with the whole person.
Yes.
And so I think that is so good. Now, I didn't get a chance. Have you spoken as yet? Have you already?
I have not. So I have a very intimate session that I'm doing, and I'm actually going to do something different. And Lynn and Light agreed that I could do this. So instead of holding it in one of the rooms that we have, I'm actually going to take the women into my suite, so we can have a very, very intimate conversation, and we're going to talk about owning your love after. So I'm living my life after divorce. I'm living my life right now after death. I'm living my life right now after depression, and all of these things happening in like a 24-month span, and having to find myself and find what I loved and what I liked, even if I liked myself. You know, I went from being the preacher's kid who had to do everything in church, and I had to live that life, and there was school, and I got pregnant young and got married, and my ex-husband was my first everything, and you know, it was all of those things. And I stayed in a marriage for 24 years almost, and came out not even knowing who I was, after being a multi-platinum selling artist and traveling the world, and with the gifts that God gave me, healing others and still being so broken. And so we're going to talk about owning that. And so instead of being in a wide open setting, I want to take the women into my room, because I want them to feel free to hear, receive, reflect, react, talk. No phones allowed. They can take notes, but I want everyone to feel free to just be inside of that moment and own it. Purge, cry, do whatever they need to do so they can move forward. It's really, really important.
That's really good. Now, that's one of the things I love about the Wealth Experience. It's like we are all from different walks of life, and you are at different levels in life, but everyone comes together, and it seems like it's a level playing field. No one is, you know, you're a celebrity, and everyone walks freely, and that's one of the things that I love about the Wealth Experience. Now, this is a brand new year. Like I said, I call you Prophetess Kelly Price.
Jesus.
Yes, receive it. What do you think the Lord is saying about this year?
Oh my God. First off, healing, which is what I said to the women last night. Before they can even tap into anything else for themselves, they have to heal, because the theme this year is freedom, but can you be free if you're not healed? You can't walk into who you are without really being healed. And I know that growing up in church, you hear all the time, God does his best work with broken vessels. Absolutely. But at what point do we go from being the broken vessel that God used to the picture of overcoming and a testimony for what happens when you become whole after being broken? We've got to progress. We have to move forward. We have to move upward so that the world can see who our God is. What I learned coming into this business and growing up really not having a whole lot of anything, I used to challenge God. I took the Vida Sassoon commercial. I said, God, if I don't look good, you don't look good. Because you have me walking among people who have need for nothing. So when they see me, they need to see something that they don't have. Something that they need that their money can't buy. Then I also challenge God, you have to make sure that my life lines up too. Like I can't be walking around not able to pay my cell phone bill telling somebody that can live life 5 times before they go broke that you want what I have. Why would they want it?
That's good.
So God, if I don't look good, you don't look good. And so if you've sent me into these places to be your representative, and I don't need to be overt because people recognize light when they see it.
That's good.
But if you sent me here to be an example and to be a light, and we are, this is what I want to talk to the women about at some point this weekend, and I said symbolically, I'm going to keep on my desk in my home office, I'm going to keep a light bulb, and I'm going to keep a dish of salt. The world is more flavorful because I exist. The world doesn't have to be in darkness because I exist and the light lives in me. So we are salt and we are light. So if he can send us into a dark world to provide light, a bland world to provide flavor, then why would our lives look so unfulfilled and so broken? We're conductors. So if you're a pipe and water flows through you, how do you stay dry? You can't transport the water to a dry place and not get wet. So we've got to figure this thing out, and that's what this weekend is about.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. That was amazing, and I know that the ladies are going to enjoy it. And Kelly Price, I just want to thank you for spending this time with me.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
You gave me so many nuggets,
yes.
A lot of word, and something that I think that I would use as a reminder too, a light bulb and some salt
yes.
to remind myself of
yes.
who I am.
Who you are.
In the earth
yes.
through Christ.
Yes.
And so again, Kelly Price, I pray God's richest blessing on you. I pray that he continues to download revelation on you and you continue to be the salt of the earth.
Thank you.